Hello, everyone. This is a special edition of 10 on Your Side. I'm Chris Thomas. From voter registration to high bills or even pothole problems, I'm getting answers to your questions. And we start with Cheryl Weston. New tonight, a Sacramento business owner says the homeless crisis is leading to major safety concerns outside her establishment. She contacted 10 on Your Side for help getting answers from the city.
Bottles, needles, trash. It was horrific.
Sacramento barber Cheryl Weston describing the disturbing scene she found outside her Oak Park barber shop.
I called the police immediately.
And then you called 10 on Your Side.
And then I called 10 on my side. I shouldn't have to be afraid for my life walking up to my business.
She says someone set a fire right outside her business. She took pictures of her spray-painted wall and all the trash, needles, and even knives left outside her shop that's been in the community for decades.
And it's vandalized. I'm hot. I'm angry. We got to do something. We got to do something, Chris.
Did you spray my wall?
Weston says she confronted the man who was camping out in front of her establishment.
This is a business.
The scene that I walked into was unbelievable. I have dealt in the past with homeless issues, but nothing to this degree. When it comes down to my safety, Chris, this is how I make my living. You know, as a barber in this industry, if you don't work, you don't eat. Where is our reprieve? Where do we, the small business people, small business owners, who do we call? 10 on Your Side went straight to city leaders for answers. They sent me this statement saying, in part, regarding health and safety concerns related to homeless encampments, the city in August 2023 launched its incident management team responding to homelessness. This is an interdepartmental team that includes personnel from the city's Department of Community Response, Sacramento Police, Fire, Code Enforcement, Park Rangers, Animal Control, a cleanup contractor, and others. Units from the IMT are deployed across the city 7 days a week to respond to 311 calls involving homeless issues like the ones you've described. The IMT has a dual mandate to provide outreach and engagement to people experiencing homelessness and ensure compliance with city laws and ordinances. Thank you for your response. I appreciate you guys so much because this issue has to be addressed. And take a look. Each week, the city publishes a report on things like outreach, enforcement, and cleanup work of the incident management team. In the first week of June, they received more than 800 calls and cleaned up more than 160,000 pounds of trash. And we know this business owner is not alone. Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. It's too hard to find fuel. That's the message from hydrogen car owners across the region. And now they're taking legal action, with some telling 10 on Your Side they have cars they can't even drive.
I just want to get out of this. I want my money back.
Jeremy Crooks bought his Hyundai Nexo back in 2022. He was hoping the hydrogen car would be the next big thing, but Jeremy and others like Bernard Gross tell 10 on Your Side the hydrogen cars they bought are a big headache, especially when it comes to trying to fuel them.
This station doesn't work, this station's offline, this station is closed, the cost is sky high.
Yeah, this is an absolute nightmare for thousands of people, Chris.
Attorney Jason Ingber represents clients across the Sacramento region and beyond with similar stories.
In Sacramento alone, because there's only one station in West Sacramento, people are facing way more challenges than anywhere else in the state.
He's launched a class action lawsuit against Hyundai Motor America, saying consumers are being misled about the viability of hydrogen cars in California.
Well, we want to get people out of these car notes. That's the first thing. Just get them some relief. People, are struggling everywhere, and they're making $500, $600 payments. Sometimes they're paying high APR financing on these cars, and they can't use them.
People like Bernard Gross. He bought his Hyundai Nexo back in 2021.
And now to protect my credit score, I'm just paying for a vehicle that I don't even drive. We started running into situations where you would go to a station and there might be a couple cars in line, and you might wait half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour and a half, and then maybe the car in front of you got the last little bit of hydrogen, or you hooked up to the station and then there was an error code.
It is now 5:50 in the morning. The sun is completely up. and I finally have a full tank.
Jeremy documented his recent trip out of town solely to fuel up.
And I've had to drive to Concord to get fuel, which already is an 80-mile drive to Concord, and then you're wasting 80 miles back. So it's 160 miles you're driving to, in hours that you're spending just to fuel up a car.
So what's the deal? Hyundai released this statement to 10 on Your Side, saying they've offered a 21-day car rental option to customers for trips outside the refueling infrastructure. Unfortunately, there have been shortages of hydrogen fuel for delivery to stations in Sacramento and the Bay Area, negatively affecting Nexo owners in the area. Hyundai is aware of these refueling issues and continues to support hydrogen infrastructure development in California.
And these companies know that there's a fuel lack problem. They know that there's stations that constantly close, and yet they're still selling the car to this day.
I also reached out to the operator of the fueling station, Iwatani Corporation of America.
It is still new technology, and there are challenges.
James Cast, executive director of Hydrogen, tells me they are making improvements.
We implemented actually a virtual queuing app so that you could basically join the queue on your phone from your house or from wherever you are. And while all the folks were on site waiting, when that time took a while, you could be doing your thing off in your day, and you reduce that time spent waiting there at the station. I know that at least us as Iwatani is trying to make that experience better every day.
But take a look, with cars like the 2023 Hyundai Nexo still being sold for more than $60,000, Attorney Ingber is pushing back.
And the wheels of justice crawl, but Hyundai will have to answer for what they're doing.
Meanwhile, Iwatani tells me they plan to make additional upgrades this summer to improve the performance of the fueling stations in hot weather. And do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. And now to an update to a 10 on Your Side investigation. Protests against hydrogen vehicles started over the weekend at the Capitol, with even more planned in LA this weekend.
They told people that the cars would be reliable when they're not.
Attorney Jason Ingber represents clients across the Sacramento region who gathered at the Capitol with signs reading "Stop the Hydrogen Lies." He's launched a class action lawsuit against hydrogen car dealers, saying consumers are being misled about the viability of the cars in California, especially when it comes to fueling them.
You can look around in Sacramento itself, there's one station and it's down more often than it's up, and that's the only station that people have, otherwise they got to travel 60 miles out. Believe me, they're not telling them that at the dealership level.
10 on Your Side reached out to the operator of the fueling station. They say with only one hydrogen station operating in Sacramento since early 2024, fuel cell electric vehicle drivers rely on the Iwatani station for fuel. Iwatani has made a number of improvements over the last 18 months, including a virtual queuing app to reduce wait times on site. These efforts, among others, have resulted in an average station uptime of 90% since January 2024. But Ingber says the lack of infrastructure is leading to costly issues for people up and down the state. That's why they held this protest at the Capitol over the weekend, with another protest planned at LA City Hall this coming Sunday.
They still are selling the car. That's what really motivated us to come together.
You can read all of our reporting on the challenges some hydrogen car drivers say they're facing and learn more about the lawsuit on our website, abc10.com. Meanwhile, do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. And now to a viewer facing a $9,000 PG&E bill. She says a family medical emergency left them struggling to keep the lights on until 10 on Your Side stepped in to help.
I'm grateful for it because I'm grateful that my power's on.
Elizabeth Raffanan tells 10 on Your Side her daughter Elena's cancer diagnosis left the family reeling when her husband lost his job.
The biggest thing was getting our daughter to and from chemo and radiation. She was in, intense treatment for a year at UC Davis, and he took her every day. Sorry. From 6 a.m. to like 7 p.m. when they would get home. So, he couldn't work.
But the bills kept coming, including this PG&E bill that reached $8,669.52.
Our PG&E just kept stacking up and stacking up. And the bills I was getting, it was got up to $8,000, and I was just blown away.
She turned to 10 on Your Side for help. We contacted PG&E, and this is a good reminder to check for any discount programs. The California Alternate Rates for Energy or CARE program provides a monthly discount of 20% on gas and electricity, but you have to recertify every few years or so.
For the CARE program, customers need to recertify every 2 years, and about 3 months prior to the expiration of that, we do send customers a letter, but you can always check on your bill to see if you are enrolled in the CARE program. It's right there on the first page in the left column.
When it comes to Elizabeth in Yuba City, PG&E contacted her directly.
He was very helpful and explained everything and broke it down to me. And
The company released this statement to 10 on Your Side, saying the customer has broken earlier payment arrangements, but we are willing to offer another one and provide some advice on assistance programs and energy conservation tips.
I really appreciate your help and reaching out to them, because every time I'd call and talk to them, I just didn't get answers.
Elizabeth says that payment arrangement allows her to pay $200 twice a month towards the bill. And we know Elizabeth is not alone. Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. New tonight, a viewer named Kimberly reached out to 10 on Your Side saying customers in a neighborhood in Ione had been paying their neighbor's bill. Her guess is that it's because it's a newly developed neighborhood and the address information got mixed up. She decided to warn others by contacting 10 on Your Side. I went straight to PG&E for answers, and they tell me sometimes customers do indeed pay the wrong bill.
Yes, there are a variety of reasons why meters are not being billed correctly. It often involves cases such as a contractor upgrading an electric panel. The panel belongs to the building. They take out the meters, they put them back in, they can get mixed up. Sometimes a solar installer will misidentify the meter on the application.
PG&E says sometimes a builder will also incorrectly mark the meter for apartments or condos.
And if you ever suspect that you're not paying the right bill, check your meter.
Okay, take a look. I want to show you that meter ID number is listed right here on your monthly bill in the service information section. The ID number is also on the actual meter, and it's a good idea to check to make sure that they match.
And then call PG&E if you find a discrepancy, and we'll come out and verify that. We can correct your bill. If you've been overbilled, we can go back 36 months of billing cycles and credit your account.
Kimberly says PG&E has credited at least 2 accounts in the neighborhood, and as you heard, if you've overpaid, they can credit your account. And don't forget, ABC10 is here to help. Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. In 10 on Your Side, a viewer contacted us after being overcharged on her PG&E bill for several months. 10 on Your Side got involved, and in less than a week, we got results.
Whoever he called, he got that fixed.
Michelle tells me she moved into her apartment last summer. She qualified for the California Alternate Rates for Energy or CARE program from PG&E, but she says she never saw the 20% discount.
It's a problem with our system. We'll get it fixed. I kept being the same story over and over and over again. So in the meantime, I'm getting charged, you know, the full rate. I just got fed up. So then I did the research, found Chris on ABC10, and sent in the email, and he responded really quickly.
She sent 10 on Your Side an email saying, I'm having a problem with PG&E regarding the CARE credit, and I need your help to get them to fix a billing issue. It's now almost February 2025, and PG&E's billing department still has not added the discount to my account. I'm being charged the regular rate on my bills.
Their systems work when they want to send you a bill. The systems work when they want to collect your money. All that works fine. But when it comes down to they owe you some money and they got to fix some stuff and put the credit in, oh no, don't nothing work.
I called PG&E immediately, and within days, they addressed the issue.
I don't know what his magic touch is, but pretty soon after that, PG&E had the credit, applied the credit, they adjusted the bill. and applied the credit.
PG&E sent me this statement saying we have resolved the issue for Michelle and credited their account retroactively by applying the care discount, thereby making the customer whole. We apologize for erring by not implementing the care discount when Michelle started service at their apartment in Live Oak last July. Michelle did contact PG&E about the care discount not being applied, and the account was in process to be updated. Still, the delay was an error on our side, for which we apologized to Michelle.
Oh, I feel good. Chris handled it. I like that.
PG&E says they've also made sure the discount will continue going forward. Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? ABC10 is here to help. Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. In 10 on Your Side, a viewer spent months fighting to get her money back from AT&T for a service she never used. 10 on Your Side got results in a matter of hours.
I just want to thank you over and over again. You got my money back. It's over $500, and I couldn't do it. I would have had to get an attorney.
Melody Kasich tells 10 on Your Side stopping by an AT&T kiosk inside her neighborhood store led to an unforgettable and costly experience.
They said they could save me money. And so I normally don't even talk to people like that, but this time I did.
She admits the deal from AT&T was intriguing.
Supposedly, I was signed up for auto pay, and I was going to get a cell phone and my internet bundled. Because I'm old school, I asked them for the paperwork. And they go, oh no, don't worry about it, it's all on your phone.
So Melody left the store with no confirmation number or official documentation.
Within 2 days, I got not only one phone, but 2 phones. And so because I was overwhelmed, I actually sent them back. Didn't open the packages, sent them back.
She started getting monthly bills for more than $100, even as they acknowledged zero usage on the statements. She says she called AT&T, but they would always ask for a passcode.
I said, I don't have one. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And they said, well, we can't talk to you. We can't verify who you are.
So then she went to an AT&T store to speak directly to a manager.
And he couldn't do it. And I thought, because I'd heard and watched you and seen you 10 on our side, and I thought, might as well.
10 on Your Side contacted AT&T immediately. Melody had spent months trying to get her money back, and we got results within 24 hours.
It was less than that. You called me at 8 o'clock. The next morning at 10, it was done. And I can't thank you enough. I mean it.
AT&T released this statement saying, in part, our goal is to resolve customer concerns quickly. And unfortunately, in this instance, we fell short of our standards. For that, we apologized to the customer and resolved her concerns. Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? ABC10 is here to help. Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. Welcome back. 10 on Your Side is getting results for viewers all across the area. Take a look. From Sacramento.
You got my money back. It's over $500.
To Placer County.
I would just encourage AT&T customers to look carefully at their bill every month.
And now in Stockton, 10 on Your Side has helped yet another viewer get their money back from AT&T. Tammy Voss sent 10 on Your Side this message, saying, my elderly father has been working with AT&T since October of 2024 when he called to cancel his landline. They assumed that he wanted a cell phone and generated an account and sent a Samsung phone anyway. He was in a care facility. He did not know they sent a phone, and when he got out of the care facility, he did all he could to return it. It keeps accruing late fees. He's paid over $400, if not more. We do not think we should be forced to pay for their employees' mistake. I immediately called AT&T for answers. They addressed the issue within days, saying we hold ourselves to the highest standards when it comes to customer service, and we work with this customer to address their concerns. And Tammy sent me this email saying AT&T made contact with me and reviewed all charges after discovering that this was an additional account with autopay that was wrongly created by an AT&T customer rep when my dad was closing his landline. She gave me detailed information and reversed charges to him for the cell service, phone issued, late fees, reconnection fees, and convenience fees. Thank you for all that you've done to bring peace to my dad on this matter. And do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. In 10 on Your Side, a viewer claims a visit to a local AT&T store left her with a dead phone. 10 on Your Side got involved and she received a response from the very top of the company.
Now I have a phone that won't work. It won't plug in, it won't charge, it won't do anything. What am I supposed to do?
Jan Warner tells 10 on Your Side stopping by an AT&T kiosk inside her neighborhood store led to an unforgettable experience that left her with a dead phone.
It's my emergency line. I don't have a landline. And yeah, to go 2 days without a phone, it was stressful. It was very stressful for me.
It was supposed to be just a quick trip to the store.
And I said, hey, while I'm here, can you do an update on my phone? Because I don't have Wi-Fi in my home. And in order to do an update, you have to be connected to Wi-Fi. So they plugged it in. And that's where the whole thing started going downhill.
Jan says the phone overheated and AT&T refused to replace it, even suggested she buy a new phone.
And I'm like, that's it, I'm calling Chris Thomas. He's gonna help me out. And you know, sir, you did, and thank you.
She called 10 on Your Side and ended up getting a call from AT&T's Office of the President.
I thought they were scamming me. And found out, no, that it was actually AT&T's president's personal secretary.
Calling you?
Calling me because you had put in my name and number to them. So I thank you.
And what did they say?
We dickered on what they were going to do for me financially, and we came to a settlement.
AT&T released this statement saying we want our retail stores to be a community resource for anyone with a question about a device, whether or not they are a customer. We did our best to assist Ms. Warner, and we are sorry that she was not satisfied. However, we dispute the allegation that we damaged her device during her visit. As a courtesy, we worked with her on a settlement of her account with us.
But it's because of you. So I appreciate you, and I thank you.
Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? ABC10 is here to help. Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. 10 on Your Side has gotten several complaints about potholes across the capital city. And so we're getting answers tonight about what's being done to address the problem. Spring is here, but after an active rainy season with a mixture of heavy rain, downed trees, and standing water, roads across the area have taken a beating. Alan sent these pictures to 10 on Your Side showing potholes on Fulton Avenue. And Stephen reached out to 10 on Your Side saying, I contacted the city because of the horrible potholes on the street we live on, Pebblewood Drive. So what's taking so long to fix those potholes?
So our street maintenance division, we are really trying to tackle as much as we can. We are understaffed.
The city of Sacramento released this statement saying they manage over 3,000 lane miles of streets, making it one of the largest municipal street networks in California. Many of these roads are over a century old. With limited funding compared to need, the city prioritizes pavement repair based on a strategic, data-driven approach.
Yeah, so it's going to depend on traffic. We try to hit the areas that are near schools, hospitals, and our high traffic zones.
The city told us residential streets make up 63% of the city's total lane miles. Many of these need repairs, but with current funding levels, it would cost $52 million annually for the next 10 years to bring residential streets up to a level of good.
As of right now, we're in the fair range, but it's also going to depend on where you're at. Some streets are worse than others. And we're trying to tackle it as best as possible.
The city does tell 10 on Your Side they plan to send a crew to evaluate the pavement surface condition on Pebblewood Drive and patch any potholes found. Meanwhile, when it comes to possible damage to your vehicle,
if damages are caused by a pothole, they can submit a claim to the city and it'll go through the claim process. Each case is looked at case by case.
if you need to submit a street maintenance request, you can call 311 within city limits. And don't forget, ABC10 is here to help. Do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. Listen to this. An outraged family contacted 10 on Your Side about their 102-year-old father and proud veteran having his voter registration canceled. We went straight to the Secretary of State's office for answers.
I mean, you and Mom always instilled in us the importance of voting.
Diana Larson will never forget her father's service to this country and the pride the 102-year-old veteran takes in voting year after year.
And growing up, I would remember the two of them in the front room, going through the ballot, discussing the issues.
And so imagine Diana's surprise when her dad, Mr. Marvin Likens, received this email back in February from the California Secretary of State saying his voter registration had been canceled.
It's his constitutional right to vote. And the last I checked, there wasn't a maximum age saying after age 100 you can no longer vote.
The email instructed the Stockton resident to contact the county elections office immediately to address the issue.
When I called the state's office, they said that they had taken the list of people who were over age 100 and had merged it with the deceased list. Therefore, Dad was considered part of the deceased list.
That's when Diana called 10 on Your Side.
I was mad, yeah, because it's not right that they're taking rights away from our seniors.
The Secretary of State's office released this statement saying the only age requirement is that a voter must be 18 years or older on Election Day. It was brought to the attention of the California Secretary of State that a voter in San Joaquin County had their voter record mistakenly canceled due to an incorrect determination that the voter record matched a deceased record.
I have a hard time believing that of the 9,000 centenarians in this state, that Dad was the only person this happened to.
So how does something like this happen, and what's being done to make sure it doesn't happen again? The Secretary of State tells 10 on Your Side, as part of regular voter roll maintenance, every quarter the Secretary of State provides to county election officials a list of voters whose birthday indicates that they are 100 years old or more and is a potential match to a deceased record. The election staff in San Joaquin County evaluated the quarterly list from December 2024 and mistakenly determined that the voter record in question matched a deceased record and initiated the voter record cancellation process.
But a lot of times people might just say, oh, it's just too much trouble, just forget it. So you've now taken a demographic of people who are more likely not to complain or not make a fuss about it, and they've been disenfranchised from their right to vote.
The Secretary of State says they'll be providing additional training to San Joaquin County voter registration staff on the list maintenance process to ensure these errors do not occur in the future. What do you think, Mr. Likens?
I hope it's fixed.
The Secretary of State's office says the issue has been fixed and Mr. Likens was allowed to re-register. And do you have a problem and don't know where else to turn? ABC10 is here to help. Email me at onyourside@abc10.com. Thanks so much for watching this special edition of 10 on Your Side. To watch more features just like this one, check out the ABC10 Plus TV streaming app. You'll find the latest newscasts and headlines, stay up to date on the weather, and see all the great work and stories we tell right here at ABC10. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.